You said you want a change in your life, so why is your life still looking the same? I want us to be realistic and then honest with ourselves for a moment. You said you want change, but in reality, what you are doing proves that you love the idea of change. Now, change is something that everybody wish. Change is something that everybody wants. But the fact is it everyone that is ready to accept change? Because change comes with a lot of discomfort. It comes with discipline. Change comes with pushing you to show up even when you don't feel like. And so, how many persons are ready to leave their comfort zone, to leave what they are familiar with? Okay? And that is why a lot of persons want change, yet they are not experiencing changes in their life. Why? Because they are not ready to embrace what comes with change. Now, it takes you to be ready and to have the willingness to endure, to be disciplined, to embrace what change actually comes with. For change to really take place in your life, it's not all about you wishing to have this change. Change has to do with you putting effort for the change to happen in your life. You love the idea of change. When you see people, their lives are being transformed, they are becoming better versions of themselves, they are making progress in every area of their life. You admire them. But the fact is, change actually comes with a lot of sacrifice. You have to sacrifice your time. You have to sacrifice your energy. Sometimes you even sacrifice your finances. There are a lot of things you really need to sacrifice. Sometimes you sacrifice even your feelings and then your emotions. And how many persons are willing to do that? Discipline will help you a lot if you really want to change. You need to endure because change comes with a force, and that force is going to refine your life. And you have to endure because if you are to show up when you don't feel like, what happens? Meaning you have to endure. Change doesn't come with comfort. And that is why a lot of persons want to experience changes happening in their life, but year in, year out, they remain the same. They see themselves being stuck. Why? They are not ready to pay the sacrifice that comes with change. My beloved friend, you say you want change in your life, yet you've not changed your character. You've not changed your attitude. You've not changed your manners. You've not changed your mentality. You have to work on yourself for you to experience that change you need in your life. You said you are serious, yet when someone looks at you, they see all over you written on seriousness. You say you are hardworking, yet you lazy around, you waste your time and then resources for things that are not important. The truth is bitter, but accepting it is what will bring that desired change that you really want in your life. My dear friend, Change is what all of us wish, but how many of us are ready to pay the cost, the sacrifice? Because change is just like you doing an exchange. It's just like a trade by barter, is a give and take. If you want to experience change in your life, you need to let go of some things in your life. You need to refine some things in your life to enable you to move forward. If you feel you need change in your life, meaning there are certain things you need to change. Maybe if you are going to some certain places that lure you to do things that actually brings you backward in life. If you want a change, what will you do? You will reduce the time you go to those places. If you have friends that drain your energy, your time, what do? You need to move forward, meaning you need to reduce the time you go to meet those people. If you want a change in your relationship, what do? You need to look at yourself critically and see what you can actually let go in that relationship for that change that you want in that relationship to happen. You can't just sit down and relax and say, I want change. I want things to change in a different way in my life. And yet, the same way you've been doing things, you keep on doing. What will you get? The same results. And that is why you see a lot of people. New Year, they do New Year resolution. I want to change. I will not do this again. I will not do that again. But trust me, when they leave, the next minute, those things they say they won't do, they still do. And that is why I say, if you need change in your life, a lot of things you are really going to change in your life. Your manner must change, your character, your attitude, your mindset, your feelings, your emotions, everything about you that you know that is not in order, that is not in line. For you to make it, you really have to change it. Change is the only thing that they say is constant. And how many persons are ready to embrace this change? I have seen a lot of persons that they do a particular thing in that particular way that they are used to, that they have been doing. And when you try to introduce something new to them, they'll say, oh, I'm not ready for that. This is working. This is what I'm used to. Times are changing. We are in a digital era. Society is moving. People are moving. Innovations here and there. And so you can't say, this is the way I have been doing this thing. I must continue this way. Meaning, you can't experience change in your life. You are doing this in this particular way, and someone brings an idea. You have to accept it and then see that idea. Is it better than what you know? If what you know is better than what you have been introduced to, then you can keep to what you know. But if what is being brought to you is better than the way you've been doing things, you have to accept so that you can really be efficient. And so, if you want change to take place in your life, you must be open to learning. You must be open to accept new things into your life. If not, you will be outdated. Change. Change is very important. Change is a process that, if you allow it, it is going to refine you to someone you'll be proud of. You want change in your life, yet you want comfort. You cannot stay in your comfort zone and what you are used to and experience the kind of change you want. Me posting every day on this channel have not been easy for me, but I told myself, if I really need change in this channel, if I need change in my life, then I have to pass through this fire. Although the fire will burn me, but this fire is going to refine me. And so I am enduring, moving, not because it is easy, but it's because I want to experience the changes others are experiencing also. We don't like better thing. We all want the best for ourselves. But how many persons are willing to pay the sacrifice to get to the next level in their life? How many persons are willing to pay the sacrifice, the cost, for them to get the desired change they want in life? If you want to experience change in your life, no matter how little it is, it's not something that you just speak and it will happen. You know, what is rampant in the society is a lot of persons are fond of speaking positive to themselves, and they just relax, cross their hands, waiting for manna to fall from heaven. Manna fell from heaven so many years ago before we came to planet Earth. And I've not heard that manna is still falling somewhere, meaning you have to walk. Before you can even see food to eat, you have to walk. You don't just sit down and say, I want to be rich. Miracle alert. Money in my account. Miracle alert. My beloved friend, if miracle alerts are real, meaning all of us will just cross our legs, and when they break, you just close your eyes and command the miracle alert, and you just go to the bank and cash out the money. But life is not like that. A lot of people are living their life as if they are in a dreamland, as if they are in a different world that is not this one we are living. How long will you say you want to experience change in your life and you cross your leg? Miracle alerts. And when the miracle alerts don't come, the next thing, the next prayer point, anybody that is doing me, anybody that don't want me to experience change in my life, anybody that did not want me to make it in life, let the person die. The question is, how many persons have died since you've been praying that kind of prayer? If you want to experience change in life, you must walk towards that change. Even the Bible made us to understand that prayer without work is you just wasting your time. And so if you really need breakthrough in your life, if you want that change you want in your life, I don't know what area you really want this change, but the fact is, for any change, no matter how little or tiny it might be, that you want to experience in your life, you really need to work towards it. It's not something you just wish yourself. You can't just wish yourself change and then you cross your hand, you sit down, or you lie down on your bed, and then the change will come just like that. You might be fortunate, but how many persons can be that fortunate? You might be lucky or you might not. And so, what am I trying to say? Change is something that you really need to work towards. It's not something you wish yourself. I believe in the word I believe in the law of attraction. Speak good things to yourself. Work hard. Do your best. Pay the sacrifice of change taking place in your life. and believe that the little effort you are making, that the desired change you want will come true. But I don't believe in you wishing change to take place in your life and then you just sit down and then cross your legs, relax, and expect the needed change to happen. Because that change you wish, if you just sit down and wish yourself change, it will fly you and then you start pointing fingers. My beloved friend, change is very important. We all need it, but it comes with a lot of sacrifice. Like me showing up every single day on this channel, it is not easy for me, but I am paying this painful sacrifice so that I will experience a change in my life and then in this channel. And that is why I am doing it. I have a dream and I'm working towards it. I won't just relax. If you're trying something this way and it doesn't work, meaning you need to get another method of doing that thing. You can't do the same thing over and over again the same way and you expect a different result. If you want change in your life, you need to be open to learning and be ready to pay the cost of that change coming to your life. Now, I want you to know that change is very important and we all want change in our lives. And so, the question I want to ask you is this: did you want change in your life? Are you really working towards the change in your life? Or you are just relaxed, saying, I want change to happen in my life? If you are not making efforts and you are wishing for change to happen in your life, then this video is a wake-up call for you that you have to do something before you can experience that change to take place in your life. Change does not just come just like that to anybody. You must work towards it. You must pay the sacrifice. Why do I say sacrifice? Because change comes with a lot of discomfort. It will drill you, it will discipline you. Change does not care if you have feelings or not. It will push you to do what you are supposed to do, even if you don't feel like, even if you are not motivated, even if you are not inspired, even if you don't have energy. If you want change, you have to create the mood for you to do whatever you want to do. And so, my beloved friend, embrace change and be ready to work towards that change. This is Simplicity in Peak channel. Today is the 15th of me showing up every single day. This is not the end of this journey. Therefore, I will see you tomorrow. So be expecting me.